everyone. Welcome to Cody's Car Conundrum, where you will hear about car news, car culture, and car talks. Here's your host, Cody Wagner.
What is up, guys? Cody Wagner here, and we are back for another podcast. And guess what? It's been sunny in Colorado for 2 full whole days. What a record. But just look at that. No rain, no snow, nothing. Above 60-degree weather for 2 days. Awesome. And also, I didn't just come back, but I came back from vehicle shopping. I actually been vehicle shopping for a while now because my dad's Durango's transmission is going a little bit wonky. And what we're finding out is it's probably just better to change the transmission. That's what we're finding out. So yeah, but that's what I have been doing. Been a busy week for sure. And now we're going to talk about something that your children will be very glad to hear about. So call them in the room and let them hear this part. 8 ways racing games give you a powerful brain boost. Yep. Goodbye abcmouse.com. Hello Forza 5. Not really. Well, kind of. Just not in spelling. Now, this is one of the ways out of 8 racing games give you a powerful brain boost. Stress reduction. Racing games are typically non-violent, and they can calm stress in a few different ways. Choosing easy courses that you've raced before or solo test laps without the pressure of competition brings low stress, and a good performance is always rewarding. Taking a beautiful car you can't afford for a scenic ride somewhere you've never been can melt away any petrolhead's worries after a long day. Surprisingly, intense racing can also reduce stress in the long run. High-speed racing with close competition a few times each week can train your brain to decrease signaling that causes increases in adrenaline, sweat, and heart rate. In turn, you will be better able to control yourself in real-world stressful situations. Information gathering. Whether a crew chief is firing away over the radio or a co-driver is navigating the course ahead, the driver must process several layers of information while keeping their attention on the road in the moment. At any time in a racing game, the driver could be assessing damage and wear on the vehicle, looking through an upcoming turn, or determining how to overtake a competitor. We no longer practice using only visual information, but also using wheel feedback and audio tips. If any of you have played Dirt 3 or Dirt Rally or or anything like that, you know what I mean. Left 5 into right 3, or right 2 into 5 into right 5. You know what I mean? That can train you to process and remember information. Concentration and focus. If your child has been struggling to concentrate and focus in school, just tell them to race twice a week. It might, to be honest, it might actually help them as long as you keep the time limited so that they actually get some homework done. And no, that's not from the article. That's what I'm saying. It might actually be a good idea. Taking in all the information from multiple sources and processing it to form mid-race strategies requires the ability to multitask, something men can't possibly do. No. No. Anyway, with so many inputs hitting you simultaneously, every race demands complete focus to make it to the finish line. Maintaining focus throughout a long race or series of races may help your concentration in work or school-related tasks. Number 4, memory. The mesh of a 3D world and force feedback allows us to more easily store memories by bringing reality and fiction closer together. If we can trick ourselves into halfway believing we are really driving, we can later access the memories made in the race more easily as near facts. It doesn't work for mobile games. Last year, research from the University of California at Irvine showed a clear difference in memory improvement between gamers playing 3D interactive games versus 2D repetitive games. Gamers who played a 3D interactive game 30 minutes a day for 2 weeks saw an immediate 12% increase in memory scores. Number 5, decision making. If you want to exercise your brain's decision making abilities, fire up a multiplayer session, forcing yourself to make quick decisions or quick calls under tight racing. This is especially true for Forza multiplayer lobbies, as unless it's a professional lobby, people just drive like they do in real life, which in other words means they cause havoc. Time and space constraints will help you make faster on-the-spot decisions. High-speed multiplayer games beg from the driver thousands of decisions per race, making mental speed a hot commodity. And that's true. Every now and then I race on a game called Race 07, and essentially There's a multiplayer lobby. It's a professional lobby that I race in. You have to be fast and careful, but you have to be fast at both things, to be honest. You have to be fast at being careful and making, decisions to not ruin someone else's race. But you also got to be fast so that your slow speed isn't actually a hazard. So yeah, it can also be fairly stressful, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. Number 6, strategy and problem solving. Yep, Bejeweled isn't the only game that helps you with this. Yep. For you dedicated drivers who practice driving lines and aggressive tactics before facing your competition, mapping out a plan is essential before a race. If you can visualize your race before it begins and use your mistakes to plan for the next event, you're bound to increase your strategic and problem-solving capacity. Number 7, coordination. The link between improved eye-hand coordination and video games has long been confirmed. Racing games provide unique training exercises for coordination when paired with a force feedback wheel and pedals. Regular racing can help you react faster and more accurately to visual and physical interactions in real life. Number 8, long-term well-being, interestingly enough. In a study conducted by the Department of Psychology at NC State University, researchers found that older adults who were regular gamers scored consistently higher than non-gamers in a variety of mental aging measures. The regular gamers had a higher sense of well-being and health than their counterparts. They also showed higher social function and were less likely to show signs of depression. It's a good thing we have a long-term love affair with racing games then, isn't it? So yeah. So essentially, because I play racing games now, I'll have better coordination, better memory, better strategic imagination, whatever you want to call it, and I'll be able to gather information better. Because I'm doing this now. And I'll tell you what, being able to make a good strategy and problem solving is really rather important. But now it is on to the news. RIP headphone users, Lamborghini Aventador SV Roadster goes out for a walk. Though I haven't watched the video, so thankfully I can still hear. Owner puts carbon fiber vinyl stripes on 2016 Dodge Charger Scat Pack. And they look really good, especially with this B5 blue. Mazda Miata MX-5, Turbo versus BMW M3 E46 versus Jaguar XES is a fun drag race, and it's a video I haven't watched. But the people who did it they're a group of people and or site called Car Throttle. If you've been wanting to find a community for a car enthusiast like yourself, I highly, highly recommend that you go on Car Throttle and, just browse around a little bit. A Renault Clio V6 could spice up your free time. If we could possibly get it in America. Nissan thinks premium Qashqai Qashqai. No one in the known universe can pronounce that correctly. Someone's gonna. It's like. Who remembers the Mercure XRI thing? No matter how many times you think you're pronouncing it correctly, someone's gonna tell you you're doing it wrong. That's exactly what it's like with the Qashqai or Qashqai. It's a terrible name, and Nissan should frankly fix it. But anyway, insert proper name here edition can attract BMW X1 and Audi Q3 buyers. Mercedes-Benz Citan gained 6-speed dual-clutch gearbox. It's a van for those who don't know. 2016 Lincoln MKX crashes its way into an IAHS Top Safety Pick Plus. For those of you who don't know what that means, essentially it's one of the safest cars you can buy. 2016 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S is a beast during acceleration tests. And yes, as you can probably tell, that was a video. These electric cars from the 1900s bring us back to the future. And it's two of them. Is this a 2018 BMW X3 Mule or has BMW caught Audi's bug and it's a production prototype? Rally driver cries his heart out over losing at the last minute. Or so he thinks. MG explains how the new GS underwent rigorous testing before sales debut. And essentially what the GS is it's like a Jeep Renegade. The new one, not the trim level for the Wrangler. Renault Clio RS grows more muscle. Could get 250 horsepower. I really hope it gets all-wheel drive, too. Aston Martin Vanquish Zagato concept combines British engineering with Italian flair. And it looks awesome. It just looks so beautiful. Acura RLX Hybrid picked as their second-gen autonomous test car. I will see you after the break.
Xavier, stop playing that racing game.
But Mom, I'll become smarter if I do. Welcome back, everyone. Now, BMW 2002 Homage concept reshapes a legend. And it actually looks really good. It's based on the new BMW M2. Now, I haven't seen all the pictures of it, so in other words, what I mean is I haven't seen the rear end. Tokyo police gets these cool Nissan 370Z Nismos as police cars. Why can't we have something that cool here in America? Oh, wait, we do. Charger police cars. Though, to be fair, it's not like it's a Challenger police car, so. I mean, well, it kind of is, because the Charger's based on the Challenger, so I guess you could almost say it is, but still, we don't have Charger police cars. At least not in Colorado, anyway. Dad pranks son with Tesla Model S's summon feature. I'm not sure that's a really good prank or not. It really might not be the best idea. Porsche says 9 to buttons for 2018 Cayenne's cabin. Or sorry, 9. Renault responds to Quinn's 0-star rating with ABS, 4 airbags in Brazil. It should not have got a 0-star rating in the first place. All new Volkswagen Tiguan is too cool for school. Yeah, but it also has emissions problems. Not really. Well, I guess that depends on the engine then, doesn't it? Audi protects allergy sufferers with new climate control filter. Google patents a pedestrian flypaper for self-driving cars. 2017 Audi A5 Sportback, spied, almost undisguised in Mumbai. Kinda looks like an A7. Ford GT's V6 EcoBoost could be made available to other manufacturers. New Audi SQ7 TDI flexes its diesel muscles in official promo. Qashqai thing. Nissan's first autonomous vehicle for Europe to be built in the UK. With the most unpronounceable name ever. How awesome. Not that awesome. BMW honors late 30s sport motorbike with R5 Homage. Kinda looks like a 30s motorbike. Driver does a Dukes of Hazzard's jump over roundabout. Sticks the landing. I saw the video. You get some pretty decent air. But he lands it too, which is even more impressive. Morgan resumes sales of its four-wheeled models in the US. BMW reimagines M2 as 2002 Homage concept for Villa d'Elegance, I believe. Meet the greenest Ferrari F12 TDF ever. Even though it's not green in that sense. It's just a paint. NYPD crushing confiscated illegal bikes and quads will irk you. Audi really gifts new 2017 A5 Coupe. Oh gosh. Alfa Romeo Giulia to gain autopilot-like feature. Very rare 1992 Peugeot 205 1.9 GTI modified by Dimma looking for a new home. And it's purple as anything. It's about as purple as a purple Smurf, if there's such thing as a purple Smurf. Evans and LeBlanc, Matt LeBlanc that is, go car shopping in a new Top Gear trailer. In fact, I've been meaning to watch that. Oh, also, the GRC season started today, which is awesome. I watched the race today. Tanner Faust is on fire, okay? On almost literal, well, not literal fire, but if he could be on literal fire, he would be, because he was excellent. But the sportscaster guys were saying that when he's not under pressure, he's actually a really clean and fast driver, and it's true. I was watching him, he was really clean, no mistakes, nothing. And I'm telling you, I cannot wait for the rest of GRC this year. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually a GRC fan, and I actually would like to go to a race one day. That or race temporarily in GRC lights, as you can do so, I believe, when you're 15 or something. Oh, and I'd like to go to Dirtfish Rally School, because better car control. How's that for dedication, eh? Something that all teens can say when it comes to driving. Or any teen, for that matter. But yeah, so I am a GRC fan, and this season seems to be, well, yeah, seems to be awesome, and the opener was brilliant, just so great. I cannot wait to see the next race. Toyota hybrid sales surpassed 9 million mark. Yeah, and they've crushed about 10,000 forests. Not really. I mean, a few maybe, but not all. Maserati's new EVR supercar is a markedly improved Avantra. Citroen C5 pulled from the UK due to lack of customers. And if you're wondering what a C5 is, a Citroen C5 is about the equivalent of like a Ford Fusion or Ford Taurus. First Gran Turismo Sport trailer is here, launches in November. New Aston Martin Vanquish Zagato concept to grace Villa d'Elegance or DSD, I don't know. Track spec Camaro fails gruesomely while leaving cars and coffee. Novatec Toronto cranks Lamborghini Aventador SV211. Spinal Tap reference, not really. Unofficial configurator lets you build your own Tesla Model 3. Aquaplaning is a cold and formidable foe on the highway. definitely a video. The new Top Gear test track might have a rallycross segment. You know what? I'll probably watch the new Top Gear just for that and that only. Honda 2% new S2000 Roadster at its 70th birthday? No one knows. I really hope they do, though. Watch a pack of Nissan Micros spectacularly crash in a race. I'm sorry, until I started reading the end of that title, I just realized how happy I was at. Gosh, that was optimistic as anything. Anyway, it's a video, and I watched it. They don't even go around a full lap before chaos happens. So it's actually really rather funny. It's not any harmful crashes, but it's like, how, in not even a quarter of a lap, do you instantly crash around the second corner? It is a massive, and it's a big crash. It's not a bad one. It's just a pile up, essentially. It's like facepalm, 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 facepalm. And as I said, it's actually pretty funny. Army green Lexus RCF and white GSF pose on custom rims. Updated 2017 Subaru Forester price from $22,595 in the US. And you know what? I'm going to do something I haven't done. For those of you who are in the UK and don't know how much 22,000, we'll say 22 and a half grand is in UK money, that's about 17,000 pounds. Yeah, that's the first time I've done that, isn't it? Renault Sport Spider is the perfect head-turning weekend car. Smart gets cheeky with its Brabus 42 Edition Unbambola. How did I mess that up? I said Unbambola, and it's actually Urban Lava. Well, that's what you get when you don't put a space That's what you get when you don't put a space in between two words that shouldn't be put together. Honestly. Two Marvel superheroes go drag racing in a McLaren and a Porsche. German government accuses Fiat Chrysler of uncooperative behavior after no-show. GM's performance cars to get carbon fiber wheels. Volvo claims autonomous tech will add $14,000, pounds, euros, whatever, to car prices. And they're probably right. Because imagine how much of a pain it must be to essentially make a map, okay, but then write it in code, and then write a few other things, and have the autonomous car be able to abide by these rules. That will take $14K to get right. Spencer Pickett hits the wall at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is Uber's first self-driving car, which, eliminates the need for drivers, which also eliminates the eliminates the paycheck factor, if they get paid, that is. TVR shows off iStream packaging for upcoming sports cars. Suzuki launches new Baleno in the UK, priced on £12,999, which for those of you in the in the US, is about $16,000. So it's actually really good value. Seat plotting a Tika Cooper concept for Paris show? I doubt it. Honda sticks exclusively with McLaren for 2017 F1 season. Frankly, it should be called Mick Lawson, because they haven't really won a race last year at all, which is really actually a bit of a shame. Evo finds new Giulia QV a return of form for Alfa Romeo. GM compensating 170,000 crossover owners for MPG error. Come on, can't anyone just give you an honest MPG estimate, or report, or figure, or whatever you want to call it? Gosh. FCA recalls Jeep Wrangler over driver's airbag defect. Koenigsegg or Koenigsegg developed a 1.6-liter engine with 400 horsepower. That's going to be awesome. 12,200 Tesla Model 3 pre-orders officially wiped out. On Wipeout. Well, come on, some of you have had to at least watch that television show. And at least find that pun funny. Genesis, not the band, leaked roadmap. 2016 compact saloon, 2017 midsize SUV, and 2020 coupe are all going to be what's coming next for Hyundai's luxury brand. And yeah, I'm telling you, when I first heard that Honda were going to call their new luxury brand Genesis, I was like, they're going to be like, so, how's your Genesis? How's the Genesis that you have? Or Genesis album, or any type of Genesis band joke that works with the car. This new Buick GL8 minivan is for China only and is the ugliest thing to have ever graced human eyes. I mean, outside... Never mind. Google stuffed a Mitsubishi Gibble with a Tesla-like Android concept system. And apparently some people say it's actually really beast. Now, more on that Jeep Wrangler recall. Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, FCA for short, is conducting yet another safety campaign covering almost 400,000 units of the Jeep Wrangler, whose airbags may not deploy in the event of a crash. The issue has been tracked down to the clock spring assembly in the steering wheel, which is part of the circuit that helps control airbag function. This might cause excessive exposure to dust and dirt from driving off-road vehicles top and or doors removed. If the clock spring assembly is compromised, then the airbag on the driver's side may fail to deploy in the case of an accident. However, the airbag warning lamp will illuminate and FCA advises owners to contact their dealers if such an event occurs. The company is not aware of any accidents or injuries related to this condition. The repair will be made free of charge, as everything is, and will include the installation of a new steering wheel back cover and a steering wheel column shroud. Affected vehicles include, pay attention, 392,464 units of the 2007 to 2010 Jeep Wrangler SUVs, along with an additional right-hand drive 7,435 examples from the 2011 to 2016 model year. FCA estimates that Wrangler that will have to be driven back to the dealers. Outside of the U.S., the compress, or whatever, of 35,412 in Canada, 8,529 in Mexico, 62,580 outside the NAFTA region. Now, we will take a quick break, and I'll see you after said break.
We've all seen them. Those self-centered drivers who think their cars are more important than everyone else's. They take up 2 or more parking spaces. Now you can let them know how you really feel with sarcastic parking cards. Go to www.howireallyfeelcards.com. You'll receive 12 different cards expressing what you think about their parking. These cards come in their own carrying case. Once again, go to www.howireallyfeelcards.com and get your cards today.
We are back. Now, Villeneuve blows 20 candles with custom Shelby Mustang GT500 Super Snake, and it's got a really awesome interior. Tesla Model S to compete for the first time in Pikes Peak Hill Climb. Honda's new Civic Black Pack Special for Australia looks pretty neat. Guess who's back at the Nürburgring with a 1,360 horsepower 1-to-1. That's right, it could not be anyone else other than the completely mad and completely insane Koenigsegg or Koenigsegg. Though they are still awesome. Honda prepped mild refresh for Brio and Brio Amaze, which I guess is like a Honda's version of a smaller vehicle than a Ford Fiesta. That or a vehicle the size of a Ford Fiesta. 2016 Buick Cascada demand exceeds supply. Oh, also, for all of you, you all need to hear this, okay? If you have someone else who isn't in the room, okay, get everyone in the room right now, because I'm about to drop a bombshell on you, okay? Get everyone gather in the room, take your headphones out, whatever. Make everyone listen, because what I'm about to say right now is the truth that Buick does not want you to know. I'll give you 5 seconds. 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. GM, or General Motors, has a European division of vehicles. Chevy is in Europe, but they have different brands. They have Opel and Vauxhall. That's their European brand. Now, you know the Buick Cascada? Well, it's not actually a Buick. The brand's, what it actually is a Vauxhall Cascada. It's a European car with an American badge on it. Essentially, the Buick Cascada is just a rebadge. That's all it is. It is not a Buick, it's a Vauxhall or Opel. Don't believe me? Type in, once you get home or if you're already at home, type in vauxhall.co.uk or VAWXHALL.co.uk. I'll do that right now. Sorry, I said the title wrong. Did I? No. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Now, I was right the first time. I'll just add the www. It's www.vauxhall.co.uk. That's vauxhall.co.uk. Got it? Good. You go down, you scroll down, and you'll see Cascada. And you'll be like, what? How? That's right. The Buick Cascada is not a Buick. It's a Vauxhall. So I just wanted everyone to know that. Whenever you see that Buick commercial with the 3 guys saying, where'd you put the cans for the newlyweds or whatever, and it's a different vehicle than the actual box. And when the narrator or spokesperson says, and yes, it's a Buick, no, it's not a Buick, it's a Vauxhall. It's a Vauxhall Cascada, okay? Do not let Buick fool you, okay? I'll say it all over again. The Buick Cascada is not a Buick. It's just a rebadged Vauxhall. Literally, it is just a rebadged Vauxhall sold in the US. Okay? So whenever you see that commercial, I hope you'll always be reminded by the fact that what they're telling is a lie. It is not a Buick. What it is a Vauxhall. It may not be a bad car, but do not let them fool you. It's not a Buick. It's a Vauxhall. And I'll say that name over again. www.vauxhall.co.uk. You scroll to new vehicles. Once you get there, go all the way down to where it says Cascada, Cascada. You do that, boom, you'll find the Cascada. Got it? Good. Hope this clears a little bit up, and so that you understand that what they're saying isn't actually true, and that it's not a Buick. It is a Vauxhall and or Opel. The 2016 Buick Cascada is just a rebadged Vauxhall, okay? I'm glad I cleared that out, because that really annoys me when manufacturers do a rebadge job and say, oh, it's a completely new vehicle. It's not. And that Buick, it's not. It's a new vehicle for Buick, but it's not a true Buick. It's not a core Buick. It's just a rebadged car. Hey, I'll give you an example. If you don't know what a rebadged car is, have you ever heard of the Chevrolet Tracker? Now, have you ever heard of the Suzuki Vitara? Those cars are related. They're the same. The Chevrolet Tracker is just a rebadged, vaguely redesigned version of the Suzuki Vitara. The Buick Cascada is just a rebadged version of that Vauxhall. Good. Cleared up. Mercedes-Benz celebrates the museum's 10th anniversary with 2 short films. Lawsuits target BMW i3 due to alleged sudden loss of power. I really hope that's not one of those dumb lawsuits where it's like, it suddenly lost power after it got to less than 5% charge. Well, of course it lost power. It's low on charge. I really hope it's not like that. Otherwise, that'll be the most wasted argument ever. Well, sorry, that'll be the most wasted lawsuit to have ever become a lawsuit, I guess. 18-year-old Max Verstappen aces final day of F1 testing in Spain. Facelifted 2017 Mercedes-Benz S-Class shows up in new spy video. Volkswagen Andretti RX team returns for 2016 Global Rallycross Championship. Mutant Marina Myrtle is a teenager's vision. Essentially, it's a Morris Marina that's been turned into a bit of a drift car. And if you don't know what a Morris Marina is, it's... What do you think? It's like a Ford sedan version of a Datsun 510. It's a British version of a Datsun 510. That's what you could say it's like. John Force reveals his 2016 Camaro SS funny car. DMC's Ferrari 488 GTB Orso has the grunt to match its looks. Citroen puts next-gen C3 WRC to the test. So if you're wondering what that means, essentially we got new rules and regulations for the 2017 WRC Championship, which means more Group B-like cars and closer to Group B power. You know what that equals? Awesomeness! So yeah. Mitsubishi president resigns amid fuel economy scandal. Honestly, there's too much of that. Oh, right. I forgot. I said on my Twitter that if I find someone else cheating on the economy or emissions or whatever, this is fuel economy scandal, not emission scandal. Well, I guess I could say on Twitter, yeah, since Mitsubishi have done their scandal thing, I think I need to go cry now, as I said I would. I completely forgot about that tweet. New 2018 Mercedes-Benz E-Class Coupe's interior exposed. Looks like a budget S-Class, which is what a lot of modern Mercedes kind of look like. Or Mercedes? Whatever is the plural for Mercedes-Benz, please tell me in the comment section of this podcast. 2017 Volvo XC40 S40 previewed with new concepts with a promise of pure EV, pure electricity. McChip DKR boosts Audi S8 Plus to 789 horses with Stage 3.2. Suzuki in trouble over wrong fuel efficiency test in Japan. Seems like I'm going to be crying for a day now, I guess. Hawaii is the first U.S. state to sue Takeda over defective airbags. Seriously? No other state has sued Takeda yet? I mean, I can understand Texas or Seattle or even Oregon suing, but Hawaii? I mean, nothing against Hawaii or anything, but when I think of the United States, I don't think, I keep forgetting that Alaska and Hawaii are actually part of the U.S. because they're not united state. They're a state, but they're not exactly united with the whole country. So I keep forgetting that Hawaii is part of America. So when I saw Hawaii is the first U.S. state, I was like, huh? Wait. It caught me off guard. So I'm like, how are they the first state to Sue Takeda. Out of every other state, Hawaii is the first one. It just surprised me a little bit. 2016 Mazda 3 gains new 103 horsepower, 1.5 liter diesel. Subaru Rally Team USA commits to Global Rallycross Championship, even though they weren't in the first race. Hyundai Santa Fe Sport grabs top safety pick plus. Nissan already hard at work on next GTR. Could be electrified. Maybe. Audi updates 2017 model year lineup in the US. One off-road legal Porsche 911 GT1 Evo sells for $3.13 million. Those are the deepest pockets to have been made. India-made cars collapse in global NCAP test. And just judging from this picture, even collapse is that's being generous. They get shattered. That's what they really did from this picture anyway. Even though it's a video. Well, that makes it a thumbnail. But anyway, first look inside the facelifted 2017 Range Rover Sport. South Korea says Nissan manipulated emissions with the Qashqai. Gosh, I hate that name. Hyundai recruits former Bentley and Camaro designer to work for Genesis. And no, he's not going to be the drummer. Ferrari Museum hits Google Street View. Ford details GT's optional carbon fiber wheels. Williams testing radical rear wing in Barcelona. 2 unique Volkswagen Corrado Magnum Sport Combi prototypes for sale in the USA. What that means is a hatchback Corrado. That's simple. Chinese Tesla owners take zero emissions trip to East China. 2016 Infiniti Q53 liter T turbo, priced from $39,900. Opel CEO defends GM diesels against emissions cheating allegations. 2017 Buick LaCrosse goes on sale in the US, priced from $32,990. It's actually really not that bad, to be honest. Who remembers the Cadillac ELR? The complete commercial flop. Yeah, well, they terminated production in February, and no one knew about it. Talk about covert operations. Audi rolls out RS5 test mule, drops V8 for V6 turbo. Lotus SUV coming in 2019 will be built in China. Oh, yay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and I will see you next week for another one.
You have just listened to Cody's Car Conundrum. Be sure to join us every Sunday. You can subscribe to Cody's YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/c/viperforlifeacr. Be sure to get Cody's books on Amazon at www.amazon.com/E/B019K X72Z8. If you have any questions or would like to become a sponsor, send an email to drtaffy777@gmail.com and put sponsor in the subject line. Be sure to follow Cody here so you don't miss any episodes. Bye until next time.